Hey everyone, it's Chris from Rustic Outdoors. Right now we're at the Red River Gorge. We're about to do just a single overnight trip. It's the beginning of February. There's a ton of snow on the ground and this is our first winter overnight trip. We got a bunch of new gear to test out. Most notable is the Lante V2 backpack. And we got a couple of new quilts that we're testing and should have a lot of fun. But it is pretty cold out here. Right now it's in, I say, the upper 30s. Tonight it's supposed to drop down to about 25 degrees. So I'm gonna test those new quilts out. And we're at the Grays Arch parking area, but there is like a ton of cars. So we had to kind of park in this overfill kind of area, and I'm just surprised by how many people are actually out here right now. It is a Saturday, but just because it's so cold and it was snowing a minute ago, so I expect some people to leave. Hopefully we have most of the forest to ourselves. But yeah, let's get the pack on, get everything all dialed in. Let's go ahead and hop on the trail. Nice peaceful walk in the woods. Trail is rather muddy in some sections, just because all the snow, and we've had a ton of rain in this region lately, so trying to stay out of the water as much as I can. I did bring my usual, so I got another pair of hiking socks, plus I got a pair of thicker weight sleep socks, and so did Gina, so won't be too bad if our feet get a little wet, but if I can avoid it, I will. Yeah, I am super excited to be out here. Me and Gina have been talking about doing something now for quite a while. To be honest, we both work in retail, so during the winter months, typically we work, 60-hour weeks, and we're just unable to do anything other than go to work and, do everything we need to do at home. So, but now that that's over and it's a brand new year, we plan on doing more of these type of trips this year. I know we have quite a few trips planned. We got one that I'm super excited about, and I won't spoil it yet, but it does involve some more travel, which I always enjoy. And then I think we're going to do a trip next week too. The weather should be a little bit better, and is that rain or is that snow, Boo?
No.
Oh wow. Hey, whatever works.
Yeah, you got snow on your head.
Do I? Yeah.
I think it's more sleetish.
Yeah. Not snow.
Pure snow. Not the fluffy stuff.
Not.
The cold, wet, spicy stuff.
Yeah. Might throw on my rain jacket in a little bit. I'm just surprised how many people are here.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, me too.
Some people have 5-day passes too.
I know. And it was worse than this, a couple days ago?
Yeah, because that's when I was there.
Yeah, so kudos to the people that's been out here for 3 to 5 days.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, this is just a single overnight trip for us, but going through all the snow and stuff, I bet you that was a lot of fun. So around here you got these off trails, something kind of like this, and a lot of these trails will either go to like a point of interest, they'll go to a hidden trail, or it may go to a good camp spot. There's a lot of hidden stuff here in the gorge. Now, me myself, I know where Hanson's Point is. That is about the only thing like hidden that I know. Finally made it down here. The Gray's Arch. You can see the arch right there. And then down there is a trail that we can get to. And we can actually climb underneath the arch and sit down for a minute and maybe eat a snack. Well, we came to the spot of the dreaded stairs, and yeah, they don't look too slick. It looks more mushy type snow, but still, this is a pretty it would be a crappy fall because there is a crap ton of stairs. So we're just going to take it nice and easy.
Ooh, that was slippery.
Yeah, nice and slow. And I'm going to go ahead and put away this camera before I go tumbling down. Really cool area. You can just see all of that water. Hopefully this camera's doing it. You can kind of see the water right there. The mist coming down. Really cool. And then up these steps, and then we can go underneath Gray's Arch. Pretty cool. Really cool. But yeah, Gray's Arch is definitely one of my favorite areas. Right here in the park. Super massive. Yeah. It's just got these cool like rocks all over the place as soon as this camera focuses. There it goes. Sorry about that focus, guys. You got like a little cave system over there. And then me and Gina was just saying that every time we see these little caves, you know, and you're in bear country, you always think that Smokey the Bear is going to come out. But there are bears here, but I've been here, like I said, I've been here 5 or 6 different times, and I've never seen a single bear here. Maybe in the larger part of Daniel Boone National Park. That's the way we came from the car. Over here is Gray's Arch, but we're going down the rough trail. It's going on about 4:48 right now. Sun goes down around 6 o'clock. So we're gonna try to do our best and try and get to Hanson's Point before we lose daylight, so we can at least set up camp and get everything nice and ready for tonight. Maybe set a fire. I don't know. I got some Zpacks cubes with me, which is just some it's just fire starter. So I got some of those. Might be able to start a fire. I guess depending on if I can find anything dry, and I don't know how much, or how wet I should say, that our campsite by Hanson's Point is. So we'll see. But it'd be pretty cool if we get a fire tonight. You can just see the icicles off of this log right here. Pretty cool. And the trail maintainers do a really good job making a path. So awesome. Got a pretty waterfall right here. Just goes all the way up that hill. Beautiful. Alright, well, we are in this this overlook kind of rock, and it's getting pretty dark in here, but for anybody that wants to know where the trail is, if you come to this section, just follow the creek down, and where the creek is, that's the actual trail. I know this section is it's a little hard to tell where the actual trail is, but this is it. All right. Going down, and then, whoa, be careful, honey, it's slick right there. I am grateful that we got some daylight left in this part though, because doing this in the dark would suck, just because it's so wet. But like I said, this section is always super slick, really wet, and as you can tell, I mean it's virtually just a creek bed, but then you have all these runoffs coming down, so it just gets, you know, to be like a mud puddle pretty much. This is gonna suck, hun. I'm gonna tell you right now, we'll probably get wet.
I'm already wet.
Well,
I'll get more wet.
what I did is I stepped on that, step on this, and then try to put your trekking pole like in the middle and kind of bounce yourself on this. Okay? Same thing over here. And try not to slip and make myself look stupid here. But God, this sucked. I mean, it's at the end of the day. Not too worried if my shoes are wet, but if I can avoid it, then yeah. Alright, now if I remember correctly, this is the slick one because of that black rock, even though I would imagine everything on the screen right now is black because this camera doesn't pick up light very well, but okay. Alright, and they still got this big tree right here still blocking the path, but Gina is coming, and we're almost out of this section. So for some reason I thought we could avoid this section, but I don't think you can. Alright, out of that little section, and come down here, and then I believe we cross a creek. Could be wrong about the creek. If I remember, we lose some elevation and then we climb another hill, and then we are on top of another ridge right by Pincham Tight. So Pincham Tight is the trail that we will be taking back tomorrow towards the vehicle. It's a little snowy footbridge here that's no doubt a little slick. Beautiful area. Even looks like over there you could set up a tent, even though I wouldn't. The trail is super close, and not to mention it's really muddy. But yeah, pretty cool area. Got a nice beautiful waterfall right here. You got the creek, and for anybody that is going to be hiking up to Hanson's Point, I actually recommend that you either fill up water here, or if it's flowing, there's actually a small trickle that you can fill up almost at the top of the hill there. But because Hanson's Point is on top of a ridge pretty much, there's no water up there. So we got plenty of water right now, so we're not even going to bother to fill up. We have enough for dinner, and then still plenty to sip on throughout the night. And we're going to climb this last little hill up here. Try not to slip on this bridge. And then we shall be at the junction where Hanson's Point is, and then I think it's roughly about 15 to 20 minutes after you hit the junction to get back there. But we are losing light. I may not be able to show you Hanson's Point tonight. However, before I leave tomorrow, I'll show you the overlook and everything. Not only that, but it might look a little bit better first thing in the morning too, when the when it's light out. So, but right now we're gonna just try to focus on getting up this hill because the last one kind of kicked our butt. And well, had to break out the old Halo lamp. It is it got dark, and it's roughly 6:27, so about the same time that I actually thought it would. But we're almost here. We just gotta climb. I think there's a small section that we still have to make, like one final push up, and then we will be at the turnoff, and then it's about 20 minutes from that turnoff. Like I said, should not be that big of a deal if you know where to stick to. You good, honey? Yeah. Okay. But this part is not too bad. But I don't know how good the camera's doing picking up my breath, but the temperature did drop a tad bit. But we are still trucking through here. Hi everybody, we made it to camp. We did not find Hanson's Point. It just got way too dark, and Gina's light started to go out, so I just couldn't see the little spur trail. I think we're right up on it. However, tomorrow when it's light outside, we'll try to hit that first thing in the morning, and then take the 1 mile pinch 'em tight trail back to the car. Shouldn't be that big of a deal, but yeah, it kind of sucked. And then we just found this like flat spot, and then it started snowing, and it's been snowing pretty good now. So luckily we got it all set up, and we're about to eat some dinner. And tomorrow I'll kind of show you some of the newer gear that we picked up. So alright guys, we're gonna eat and then go to sleep, I think. Alright, see you guys in the morning. Morning everybody. Well, more like good afternoon everybody, because it is no longer morning. In fact, it's around noon. We slept in a lot longer. We did pretty good last night. The quilts, the new quilts kept us extremely warm, but I would say that our sleeping pads didn't keep us as warm as probably something a little bit thicker. I think we were pushing the limits of those Neo Air X lights probably down to the max. But I did want to show you guys kind of the new quilts that we got, and yeah. So my quilt right here, this gray one, this is the new, well, not new, but it's new to me. It's this is the Katabatic Grenadier. This is a 5-degree quilt, and I have to say it was excellent last night. And then Gina has the 0-degree enlightenment equipment Enigma, the one with the sewn-in foot box. She said that it worked extremely good and it kept her nice and warm. But we are just getting all packed up. I think I've shown you guys the rest of the gear. For the packs on this trip, like I said, the Lante V2. And she also has a Lante V2 19-inch over there. But that's pretty much all the kind of new sleep gear that we've picked up. But I think we're gonna get all packed up here. We are planning on trying to find Hanson's Point. I thought I was right up on it last night, but I guess I just wasn't. I got pretty disoriented last night, kind of coming up here. We're pretty close, but not quite up on it. So we're gonna try to find Hanson's Point. All right, guys, we found it. We walked right past the entrance last night in a haste to try to find some kind of camp. We just completely, I even said it too. That's the messed up thing is I told Gina last night, I was like, this looks like the entrance to a it looked like a trail because it really does look like a trail. And sure enough, this is it. But yeah, so this is kind of a three-part section. I'll show you guys the actual entrance and show you how we messed up a little bit. But in hindsight, we did get a pretty good campsite last night, and you guys wouldn't have been able to see anything yesterday anyway, so whatever. But I can't believe we walked right past it. But yeah, it just kind of goes just way back here. But you can see the path. I mean, this thing is just beaten in. Now, in the summertime, it's kind of hard to see it, but I should have known last night. But the thing is the pine trees have grown a little bit, so that's what kind of threw me off, and it didn't remind me of the same type of ground. Like I remember a sandy type area where the entrance was, but yeah, this is it. Pretty awesome. And then it should spit us out up here. And there's going to be 3 large campsites. This is the this is the first one, and step over this log here. Yeah, so this is the first group campsite. Pretty wide area. I mean, got a big old fire pit right there. Plenty of spots for hammocks or tents. I've even brought my tarp up here. I didn't film that trip, but I've got a hyperlight tarp that when I went solo backpacking, I brought up here once or twice, and it was a good trip. But yeah, I'll show you guys my favorite spot, I guess, to camp. But anyway, so it's kind of hard. I mean, it's kind of easy to get lost back here. Just remember, when you first, there's the trail right there. So when you come out of the clearing, always stay to the right. Just always stay to the right. And you can kind of see there's another trail that goes back here. And then we'll have to go through the pretty much the same exact stuff that we just went through. But yeah, just always stay to the right and you'll be able to find it. So again, you're in this little pine area again. And then up here, we are going to veer to the right again. So this is the second little campsite. And this campsite's not as big as the first one, but still plenty of spots for hammocks, tents, tarps, whatever. Nice group site. I've never stayed at this one. Typically I always stay at the third one I'm about to show you guys. But when you get out of that little section, there's the path that we was on. You just want to stay to the right again, and you'll be able to see the trail pretty easy once you get to this point. So we do it again. Go through this little tree area, but you can see at this point the trail is really beaten down. So and this is kind of my favorite spot through this. This reminds me of the Smoky Mountains a little bit for some reason. So yep. A little side story. Number one, when I came up here and I first learned about this area, I did not pack water up here, and it was the middle of August, so I had to climb back down the hill, go get water, and bring it back up here. Number two, the first time I ever brought Gina up here, we actually camped at the same exact spot that I'm about to show you, and we danced at nighttime on top of Hanson's Point. So it's pretty cool. I set it up just right, and I remember I had my cell phone and I had signal, so I put on some Spotify, some kind of lovey-dovey song, you know, and we I was telling the viewers about our dance on top of Hanson's Point. But no, it was super cool, and I thought about the candle idea, but I didn't bring candles when I did it, but who knows, you know. Yeah, to be continued. But yeah, it was just super cool, and she really enjoyed it. And I think this is her first overnight backpacking trip. It was.
It was?
Yeah, it was. So she got to see, you know. No, it's over here. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys my favorite campsite. And then we'll go check out Hanson's Point. So when you come out of the kind of that forest back there, you'll be presented with, there's a campsite like over there in that direction, and then there's some camping over here. Me, myself, I prefer it over here. Yeah, the left option. And typically, I camp right in this general area. This is where, like I said, me and Gina camped at. I've always had pretty good luck over here. Also, there's some hidden trails over there that goes out to some of the cliffs. You gotta kind of be careful because they're not as wide as the other choices, but pretty good campsite. I mean, pretty good overview over in that direction. You can the sun will go down and you can eat dinner or whatever and watch the sunset over there. But we are gonna go down here. So the forest is that way. We went to the right. Don't go to that hidden path down there. Go down like you're going downhill. And then you will be presented with another like trail. And then this is where Hanson's Point actually is. So you can kind of see the footpath right here. It's covered in leaves right now, but you can see it. So again, you're going downhill and then kind of going to the right. Well, we finally made it to Hanson's Point. Told you bring you guys down here, and I found it after my own stupidity last night, but it worked out because now you can actually see the view.
We weren't able to see it last night.
Yeah, but we're gonna go to the official spot, which is over here on this other rock. The rock with the smiley face. I'm sure you guys have seen pictures. And I'm gonna go up here between these bushes because I'm not walking on that slick rock. Oh. Sorry about that wind noise, guys. What?
How far do you think Zpacks Duplex is? You think it's like all the way down there and then you walk, or?
I know.
Like, is that the third campsite or the first one?
I don't even know, honey.
Maybe come that way. It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
Or impossible to tell.
I think we're gonna sit and chill for a minute and relax for a second before we hop back on the main trail, and I'll show you guys exactly what I messed up on. But yeah, pretty spectacular view, and glad I got to come out and see it again. It's a little different. I prefer coming out here in the summertime or the fall time when the trees are still in bloom, but still pretty nonetheless. Alright, about to get off Hanson's Point because it's starting to get a little chilly up here, but one last look. Pretty awesome. Alright everybody, got back to the rough trail. Let me guys show you what we did last night. So last night we climbed up this hill right here. That's the rough trail, okay? So when you come up this hill right here, you're gonna veer to the left. You see that? That looks like a trail. We skipped this part, and I don't know why, but for some reason I did not think it was right there. But what we did last night is we continued on the rough trail, and we went ahead and went on down here. If you want to go to Hanson's Point, don't do that. Just remember that Hanson's Point is on the rough trail between the long hill going down or coming up, whatever way that you come, and it's right before the Pinchum Tight intersection. So, and I'll show you guys that too. So, but yep, and just remember that there's some pine trees, and it looks, I mean, in the winter time it's not that bad. You can pretty much tell that this is a trail. But yeah, that is how you get back there. For some reason we didn't do that last night, but whatever. Pinchum Tight this way. That's heading back to Tunnel Ridge Road where we parked. And then if you go down this way, that's the rough trail, and that's going towards Red River and doing the whole rough trail. And then that sign right there, if you go back towards the way that we were, is Gray's Arch. Really nice campsite down there. If you couldn't find camp anywhere else, I think you can go kind of in that direction to get down there. But I've never camped down there, even though it looks like an excellent site. On this Pinchum Tight trail right now, and heading back to the car. This is also the Sheltowee Trace Trail. Well, everyone, we made it back to the car, and I want to go ahead and thank each and every one of you for joining us on this adventure. It is the first trip that we've taken in 2020. Hopefully we'll be doing a lot more of these type of trips before we go on our annual big backpacking trip. We didn't do a lot of that last year, and so we're going to really try to make sure that we do that this year. Anyway, if you have any questions regarding the gear that we used or any of the trails that we've taken on this trip, feel free to leave a comment below, and me or Gina will get back to you guys. And until next time, we'll see you guys on the trail. Bye guys.